getting together with all the mentors and teammates?
Cool, really cool. You get to see some people that have had a lot of impacts on guys on our team's lives, and get to meet them, kind of hear where they're from, and it's really cool.
Who did you bring on the trip?
I brought my sister.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the experience been like for her? Like, just I don't know how much she's taken from the first day, or.
Yeah, I think it's been really cool. She's followed my hockey all along. Been involved in a lot of important decisions, especially hockey-wise, and where I'm going to be and where I was going to play all the way growing up. So it's really cool to share this with her.
What kind of influence has she had on you, just I guess as a person?
Big influence. She's 8 years older than me, bigger sister. A little bit protective, but all in the right ways, and always had the good advice, and has been helping me out. I lived with her for a summer, did summer school with her. She's helped me out in so many ways that I'm just trying to repay her a little bit.
We know your career was kind of like a slow climb to get to where you were. Were you relying on her a lot then when things maybe weren't going your way?
Yeah, a lot of times when I was just like indecisive on like what to do and in situations, she helped me with some of my schoolwork when I was at Colgate, things like that. That just go a really long way when you feel like you're maybe alone a little bit. It's nice to have that sibling to bounce ideas off of and talk through things.
What class? Now I got to know.
A lot of times it was the English classes, the essays where I needed the help the most.
What stands out about the opportunity for yourself tonight, playing with guys like Tavares? I know you played with Tavares in the NBA before in different situations.
Yeah, just exceptional players. Try and get them the puck, get it on the forecheck, and nothing really changes for my game. It's just competing hard, trying to win battles, and get the puck on our stick.
Greg talked about speed being an asset, and one of the things he wanted to change for you. How much do you work? How much can you work on speed, or is it just a smart usage of your speed in the game?
It's a little bit of both. A lot of like the summer is spent trying to get that speed up and trying to build on that, and then during the season it's using it at appropriate times, because you can't go 100% your entire shift the whole game. You got to pick your spots and try and optimize that speed at the best times.
What stands out about going up against the Flyers in this home-and-home situation?
Yeah, it's interesting playing a team back-to-back like that. You gain some familiarity and a little bit of more emotions right away in the game, so it should be fast-paced right away from the get-go, and it should be fun.
Stephen, what's it been like with the Mentors trip here the last couple days here?
It's awesome. Can't really put it into words. Obviously, every single person here is here for a reason. They've had a huge impact on all the players and staff in the locker room. So to be able to share what we go through kind of on the day-to-day with them is very special, and it gives them a glimpse into our lives and what we go through. So I brought my dad with me, and he's been my number one fan, since he's the one that put me into the skate. So a lot of people that could also deserve to be here. I'm sure every single guy could say the same, but it's special that you're able to share it with someone very close to you.
Well, you mentioned your dad passes a big Leaf fan. I imagine it was pretty much automatic when you were making that decision, like in terms of who you were going to bring?
Yeah. I kind of knew all along. We didn't know if it was going to be some teams do like father's trips, mother's trips, mentors this case. And I kind of knew in my mind I was going to bring him, especially with the Leafs logo. I think every team does it, but it's just extra special for him to see, the team he grew up cheering for, and myself just behind the scenes, and meeting people all across the organization, players, coaches, ex-players, who he would have watched and listened to on the radio when he was younger. So he texted me last night, and he just said how effing awesome this was to experience this. So I'm just so happy that he's able to and that he's enjoying himself.
It's one thing to get a peek behind the curtain, but to spend time with Gilmore, Clark, Joe Thornton, how has that been for you?
Yeah, and again, I'm not numb to it, but again, they're just people. Like you see them on TV, and there's these big personalities, big time athletes, and they get a lot of media attention. But when you sit down and talk to them, they're just good human beings at the end of the day, and that's the best part about it. You can sit down with Joe Thornton at the table and Wendell Clark for breakfast, and you can just kind of shoot the and just be guys. So special for him, and I'm just happy he's enjoying himself, and he deserves to be here. So.
Leafs all in on center hunt. Treliving's bold moves could shape Toronto's future. As a die-hard Toronto Maple Leaf supporter, it's hard not to get excited about the latest trade buzz surrounding the team. Brad Treliving, the Leafs general manager, appears poised to make some daring moves to strengthen the squad's depth down the middle. The whispers of significant trades are growing louder, and Elliot Friedman of Sportsnet has added fuel to the fire with his recent revelations. The situation has become even more pressing as the Leafs grapple with the ongoing upper body injury to team captain Auston Matthews. Matthews has already missed the last 4 games, and while the team is doing its best to stay afloat, the need for reinforcements at center is undeniable. Treliving, it seems, is ready to part with valuable assets to address this glaring need. The centers on Treliving's radar. Names like Jake Evans from the Montreal Canadiens, Brock Nelson from the New York Islanders, and the Philadelphia Flyers' Morgan Frost have been mentioned as potential targets. These players bring a mix of experience and skill, each offering something unique to the Leafs lineup. But, as Friedman highlighted during his appearance on the Fan 590's The Fan Hockey Show, the price tags for these players vary significantly. That's the number one thing he's, Treliving, been looking at all season, Friedman noted, emphasizing the GM's focus on finding the right fit at center. This isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about finding a player who can elevate the team to new heights. Priorities in focus. While some fans might argue that the Leafs need help on defense, Friedman suggested that Treliving's primary focus is elsewhere. They did a lot of their work in the off-season. I think now there's a question if they need to go find someone to play with Morgan Rielly, he explained. But, it's not their number one priority. I believe their number one thing all season has been, let's find another center. This clear focus on center depth speaks volumes about Treliving's strategy. The Leafs are willing to pay a hefty price, but there's a caveat: the player must come with term. Why term matters? The preference for term isn't just a strategic move, it's a sign that Treliving is thinking long-term. Rentals can be tempting, especially for a team looking to make a deep playoff run, but they often come with risks. One of the things I've heard is that if they're going to spend assets on a center, they would prefer it to be someone with term, Friedman revealed. This approach ensures that any trade made benefits the Leafs beyond the immediate future. Internal struggles and potential fits. Internally, the Leafs have tried to find solutions. Fraser Minton showed promise earlier this season, but the organization prefers to let him develop further with the Marlies. Meanwhile, the Leafs' current lineup has struggled to maintain its depth in Matthews' absence. One intriguing option could be Vincent Trocheck from the New York Rangers. With the Rangers facing their own challenges, could they be persuaded to part with a player like Trocheck, who already has chemistry with Leaf stars from last year's All-Star game? The road ahead. As the calendar flips to 2025, the trade deadline looms larger. Treliving's actions in the coming months will undoubtedly shape the Leafs' playoff aspirations and potentially their long-term future. For Leafs fans, the anticipation is palpable. Every move, every rumor, and every game feels like a piece of the puzzle. Treliving's willingness to swing for the fences shows a commitment to bringing a championship to Toronto, a dream that has eluded the franchise for far too long. Why this matters? This isn't just another season. This is a chance for the Leafs to solidify their identity as a contender. With Matthews expected to return and the possibility of a major trade to bolster the lineup, the team is poised to make a statement. Treliving's boldness, combined with the team's potential, makes it an exhilarating time to be a Leafs fan. Whether it's Evans, Nelson, Frost, or another unexpected addition, one thing is clear: the Leafs are in it to win it. So, buckle up, Leafs Nation. The journey ahead promises to be as thrilling as it is unpredictable. Treliving's moves could define the legacy of this team, and, hopefully, end the championship drought that has haunted Toronto for decades. The weight of expectations. The Leafs are no strangers to the pressure of the spotlight. Toronto is a hockey city, and the Maple Leafs are its beating heart. Every move made by management is scrutinized, every decision debated endlessly by fans and analysts alike. Treliving stepped into a challenging role when he took over as GM, and his willingness to take bold steps shows he understands the weight of these expectations. What makes this moment particularly critical is the team's current window of contention. With stars like Auston Matthews, Mitch Marner, and William Nylander in their